From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Good afternoon. It is TA from East and Seaside, Florida here at WPTV News Channel. And we're on Fox 29 today, too. I love it when we get to be on Fox 29. Today, we're going to talk about how you can slay your ArtiGras 2021, because there's some things you need to know before you go. Now, if you're used to walking down, Central Avenue and Abacoa and perusing the fine art, well, it's not going to happen that way this year. So we're going to talk about that and why the changes are being made. And to do that, we're going to bring in Noel Martinez, the CEO of ArtiGras. Oh, well, no, the Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce, who's in charge of ArtiGras, right?
There you go. That's right, TA. Thank you for having me today.
Thanks for being here. Now, this has to be a big deal, not only for you guys to be able to put on this event, but the vendors have to be feeling like finally we get to be out and sell our art again, right?
Oh my gosh, there's a great buzz. I mean, this is probably one of the first big art festivals that take place probably in the county, or I haven't heard of one going on around. And as you can imagine, right, the artists have been struggling. There haven't been many art shows across the country, so they are itching to get out there and show off their art.
Yeah, they have to be, because I just know festival after festival after festival has canceled. The first big event we really had was back in November, the Stewart Air Show, and then we went to the Stewart Boat Show. But really, an event down here in North Palm Beach County hasn't really happened yet. So you guys are kind of the standard bearer of how it's going to go, right?
I think so. Yeah, we're excited. We're ready to do this. We're hoping we're going to have a Chamber of Commerce weather here over the next couple of days. So we're ready to go.
Okay, so first of all, I have to ask you, why did you take ArtiGras from my dear friend at Abacoa and move it down to my dear friends in Palm Beach Gardens?
First of all, we absolutely love Abacoa, and we are so thankful that we were there for over 20 years. And then unfortunately, we ran into a little issue with construction. The county was doing a big road construction right there on the intersection, and it would have affected the layout for ArtiGras, and we would have really not been able to do it. So last minute,
they're putting a traffic circle type thing in the middle of University and Central.
Yeah, that's right. They're building like some big roundabout in there. It's a dangerous intersection, and I understand why they're doing it. It's to kind of slow people down a little bit when they're driving through there, but the timing just wasn't great for ArtiGras. So fortunately, we called our friends at the city of Palm Beach Gardens, and they have absolutely stepped up. And in a matter of 6 weeks, they've helped us put this event together and found us this amazing new location that not only is going to give us room to really space everyone out and really make everyone feel safe this year, but next year we're going to really be able to grow the event bigger and better. So we're very, very excited about our future here in the city of Palm Beach Gardens.
So the video you're looking at is some video that raw video. It's not edited, so there might be the camera moving around and stuff from Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce. So thank you for sending this video over. One thing I do want to point out, because this is a big change, Noel, you need to buy your tickets online, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're doing it as contactless as possible. So how we're doing it this year, you either buy your tickets online right now. You can go to artigras.org and purchase your tickets for $11. So you actually get a good deal if you get it in there today or tomorrow. But come the day of the event, it jumps up to $15. And then when you park at the parking lot, you're going to see big signs with huge QR codes. You basically open up your camera app on your phone and point it at the QR code, and that'll take you to buy the tickets. You can buy them right there online, and basically your phone will be your ticket to get into the festival.
Jennifer Martinez, she says, look for the Live Like Jake manning the gates again this year too. So we're excited about that.
Hi, Jennifer. We love Jennifer. She's a great friend of the chamber.
She's awesome. I got to tell you. Susie says, can't wait. Fantastic work pivoting Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce. So that comes from her. It's nice of her to say.
Susie, another great friend of the chambers. Oh, we got everybody watching today.
So this brings me to why we're really here. A lot of people are very worried about going out in public to events. I've seen a lot of the events that we mentioned earlier, like the boat show, the air show, and Stewart, do it very well. You guys put out via Rebecca, your PR person, probably about 20 bullet points of what you're requiring and what you're doing at the event to make people feel safer and to make sure you're following some guidelines. Do you want to kind of go over some of those things?
Yeah, so first of all, I mean, that is absolutely our ultimate goal is to have a fun, safe environment, right? And luckily, ArtiGras is an outdoor festival. So we're outdoors. I mentioned earlier that we are in a bigger, the location is just bigger and more spread out.
It's where I used to play kickball.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said it's where I used to play kickball, so it's very big.
It is huge. Yeah, it's huge. It's like, it's almost double the size of what our old layout was. And we really have the opportunity to spread the booths far apart. The walkways are going to be a lot bigger than what you're used to walking down those little streets. Masks are going to be mandatory when you're not actively eating or drinking, and that's going to apply to anyone over the age of 3. We're going to have hand washing stations, hand sanitizing stations all throughout the property. Obviously, we're increasing the frequency of cleaning and sanitation in all the high frequency areas. I talked to you a little bit about, how we're not doing no physical tickets. We're not doing printed programs. We're going to try to, make it as contactless as possible. Artie Kid Zone, is known for, the kids love being in that area and really working on arts and crafts. Well, this year, instead of doing it there, we're going to give you a little grab and go, take arts and craft, little gift bag that you can take home and do, do your stuff there. And there is a ton of more things that we're doing. You could go to our website and see all the different things that we're doing to make sure that we are as safe as possible.
Adrian wants to know, will there be hand washing stations and masks required?
So Adrian, yes, masks are going to be required. Anyone over the age of 3. And then there are going to be hand washing stations everywhere. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have hand sanitizing stations as well throughout the festival. So it's going to look very different. It's not going to look like ArtiGras used to. That's for sure.
Also, I think I read that you're taking the temperature of your employees, right?
Absolutely. So we have something called volunteer headquarters where, as you know, we've got hundreds and hundreds of volunteers for ArtiGras, and every staff member, volunteer, vendors, everyone has to check in through there. And we're doing health checks, right? We're taking temperatures, we're asking them questions on, how they're feeling, what they're doing, where they've been the last 14 days, if they've been exposed to anyone with COVID. So we're really going to do everything we can to really to make sure that this is safe as possible.
Adrian says, thanks for the reply. The thing I want to talk about, because this is what is always on my mind when I think live music outdoor events, and forgive me if I'm just being a dork, but I think people are going to start to gather in that area. And ArtiGras traditionally, it's one of the 10th largest art festivals in America, attracts a lot of people. How are you going to keep people from gathering all together and converging? Because what ArtiGras, like where we eat usually in the big tent, it's a big kind of party. How are you going to keep that atmosphere but keep people away from each other?
So the hospitality area, or the VIP or whatever you want to call it, is going to look really different this year. It's going to be completely open air. So instead of being under this big tent where we would have 1,000 people there at a time throughout the day, drinking, eating, having a good time, well, that big tent isn't going to be there. It is going to be fenced in, but the tables are going to be completely spread out. We're going to have volunteers walking around encouraging people not to kind of, get together. The main stage area, as I mentioned before, right, the whole site is just way bigger than what it was before, almost double of what it was before, maybe even more than that. But again, it's just going to be completely spread out. It's not going to be as tight as it used to be. And I think, and that is, how we're going to keep everybody apart, really, and have everyone all just spread out and go from there.
Are your volunteers and employees going to be encouraging people to keep their distance from each other, or?
Absolutely, Susie. Thank you for asking that question. Yes, absolutely. I mean, obviously our artists are going to accept cash, but we're doing everything else contactless, with I forget what it's called when you bump your phone on it, or I forget what
Yeah,
that's
it
called
has a
there.
little radio wave thing on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or your card, when you like bump your card. Apple Pay was the thing that I was talking about.
Oh,
But
right.
yeah, we're going to make it as cashless as possible.
So the last thing I'll ask you is, how do you prevent boneheads like me from having too much beer and coming home with a I think one year I bought a painting of a Ford Pinto because my family had a Ford Pinto when I was a kid. I thought, this is a great purchase. How are you going to prevent that?
We are going to encourage that. We want people to have a good time, come home with some interesting art, spend some money with our artists. They need all the support they could get. But I love that story. I'm going to use that. And I've been there before. That's for sure. Before I was the CEO of the chamber, I've been there before.
Before, of course. I mean, look at these walls. We got some work to do this weekend. See what I mean? I just moved in here, but there's plenty of things to have a few beers and buy.
Exactly. Well, and Christine, it looks like Christine is asking if everyone is going to be wearing masks. And yes, Christine, everyone is going to be required to wear a mask. All our vendors, all our staff members, all of our volunteers, artists, and all our patrons, all our guests are going to be required to wear masks.
And Heather says, support those artists. Noel, is there anything that I haven't asked you that you'd like to add?
No, just come out and see us. Brand new location, free parking. I mean, literally within walking steps of our gates. It's going to take place, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Saturday we're there.
Right?
I'm sorry?
No Monday, right?
No Monday. Yeah, no Monday. We changed that a couple years ago. But 10 to 6 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. Come out. The artists need the support. The weather is going to be gorgeous, hopefully, and it's going to be a fun, safe environment. Lauren, yes, there will be live entertainment too. Forgot to mention that, and plenty of amazing food as well.
All right, Noel, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, TA, for having me. Great to see you.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Slay Your Day can be found in the WPTV app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Plus on the Taste and See South Florida Facebook page and the WPTV free mobile app. Okay.